Kylian Mbappe is the most hated and most disrespected footballer in the entire world right now. No other footballer in this world receives half the hate or half the disrespect Mbappe receives. Mbappe is hated by Real Madrid fans, Mbappe is hated by PSG fans, and Mbappe is hated by French fans. He's hated by his own countrymen. I have no problem with the hate. When you are the best in the world, they hate on you. But let's go back to the disrespect and address the disrespect. Michael Olise scored a hat-trick yesterday. And everything I was seeing is Olise now the most important player for France? Should France now prioritize Olise over Kylian Mbappe? Just a few days back before they played this game, it was Dembele. Dembele should be the face of France because he has won Ballon d'Or, he has won UCL with PSG. You understand? So Dembele should now become the face of France. Now they are releasing starting lineups, and it is French fans that are doing this. Mainly PSG French fans. They are releasing lineups with Cherki as the number 10, Olise as the right winger, Doué as the left winger, and Dembele as the centre forward. Where's Kylian Mbappe on the bench? Mbappe should sit on the bench. I'm going to say a few things. I want you to just analyze whether, if you believe these things too, whether you have sense or not. I'm not going to say you don't have sense. I will never do that. I will never insult you on the internet. But by the time I'm done, judge if you have sense or not. Mbappe, a player that in the 2 World Cups he has played for, has been arguably France's best player, definitely the best in the last World Cup. Mbappe is the player in the French national team he's still in his prime, his absolute prime. In 96 games for France, he has 57 goals and about 40 assists. Mbappe alone has more goals than every single player in the French squad. Let me repeat that. Kylian Mbappe alone has more players than all the remaining 25 French players in the French team right now. But he should be benched. Remember, he's 27 years old in his absolute prime, no problem. Ousmane Dembele, better than Mbappe, no problem. Mbappe has more goals than Dembele has appearances for France. Even though it's not more appearances, Dembele has about 57 appearances for France, Mbappe has 57 goals, 40 assists too. Guess how many goals the savior of France has right now? 7 goals. 4 of those goals were in friendly. That is Dembele in his entire career. Michael Olise has matched Ousmane Dembele's national career. I have no problem with the Olise one. Olise is a newcomer to the French national team. But Dembele, you senior Mbappe, you are a flop. You are an international flop. But no problems. I have no problems with that. Kylian Mbappe alone. Mbappe is the player with the most goals in World Cup finals. 4 goals. More than none of the other players in this French national team have ever scored a goal in a World Cup final. But he should be benched in the World Cup. Do you have sense? I'm asking you. After all this thing, I say, do you think you have sense? Just come back at me. Mbappe this World Cup, with I think 4 goals, has the opportunity to have the most goals in a World Cup tournament, or I mean in all-time history of the World Cup. But he should be benched. For who? Dembele that has done nothing. His most memorable contribution for France in a World Cup is fouling Di Maria in the box to give Argentina a penalty. That is his most memorable contribution. I ask you again, do you think you have sense? If you are saying Mbappe should be benched, let us start addressing these things critically. Let's start judging people that have sense or not. Based on all the things I've said. So in essence, you are saying France should bench their player that won the Golden Boot at the last World Cup, scored the most goals of any player at the last World Cup. They should bench their all-time top scorer, their all-time top assister, arguably their greatest ever player for France. They should bench their greatest ever World Cup player. They should bench their captain that is just 27 years old to play who? Dembele and Olise. I ask once more, do you have sense? The only player right now at the 2026 World Cup that can talk to Mbappe on a World Cup level is Lionel Messi, the greatest of all time. Apart from him, they don't born any other player at that World Cup, make them come talk to Mbappe. And if Messi talks to Mbappe, Mbappe has every right to talk back based on World Cup. World Cup. Bring any player forward. Let us talk about it. 2 World Cups he has played. He has won the first one, scoring important goals, scoring the final too at the age of 19. Second World Cup, scored a hat-trick in the final, did everything. If his teammates that are supposed to bench him were useful enough to contribute, maybe France would have won that World Cup and got it over the line. But they should bench this man. All I want to say is this. When France, or if France don't win, because Mbappe has nothing to prove again on the World Cup, he can retire today and his international legacy is sealed and safe because the World Cup is the biggest ever competition. But eventually, if they get knocked out, please do not mention Mbappe's name. Look at Dembele. Look at Olise, the new best player for France. Look at Doué. Look at all these guys that are better than Mbappe. Mbappe is the least technical player for France right now, right? Very good. Their all-time top scorer, their all-time top assister should be benched because of some, if don't be saying a nonsense disrespect. Then burn that nonsense Dembele. They talk Mbappe should work on his defensive part of his game. If Dembele no take time, then go send you back to Cameroon or whatever country you came from, whether it's Guinea or whatever. They will send you back to your original country. Everybody is better than Kylian Mbappe until it is time to be better than Kylian Mbappe. Please, when the knockout reach semi-final, all those, I'm looking at you, Dembele. I'm looking at you, Olise, to be the saviors of France. I'm not looking at Mbappe anymore. And if Mbappe, if France gets knocked out, and any of you mention Mbappe, any of you that mentioned Mbappe should be benched right now, you mention Mbappe when they knock them out. I don't want to curse you, but just know that your head. Anyways, Allez les Bleus. If you're a French fan like me, make sure you go to the Adcastic store to copy your French jerseys, Portugal, any country. All the World Cup jerseys are available on our website or WhatsApp store. Go and shop right now. Delivery is worldwide.